Sisyphean.
Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Path of Exile. And in today's episode, well, we gotta do some fun stuff. But before we do any of that fun stuff, I wanna revel once again at the awesome thing we found last episode. You can see the eyes. Jack the Axe does in fact have eyes, because you can see the little demon head that's built into the axe. You can see it glowing. We found this awesome item last episode. Now I know a lot of veteran PoE players don't even flinch when an item like this drops because it's not part of the meta. But you know what? I don't care. Like with Lehoipafall, if your first thought upon seeing this item and how excited I was to find it, your first thought is to tell me, actually, this is useless item. Actually, you know, you can craft a rare item that's better than this. I just don't want to hear it, dude. If you have... like with Lehoipafall, if you're gonna leave a comment like that, I will immediately call the police. Because you're a criminal who's literally robbing me of joy. And isn't that, in the end, the same thing as being an actual robber, you know? Think about it. But, you know, in a slightly less melodramatic way, I think I'm gonna spend the beginning of this episode talking a little bit about my philosophy when it comes to ARPGs, because I am playing this game very differently from how almost everybody else plays this game. And I talked about it a little bit in the opening episode when I'm just talking about the series goals, but there was so much other stuff to talk about that it kind of got glossed over. I think in this episode we're gonna buckle down and really talk about what it means to enjoy action RPGs, my philosophy on how to play games like this in a way to get the most meaning out of them, right? So, because I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, I think we're just going to be running white maps, because I want some stuff to do while I talk. And, you know what? Let's just run the promenade another 12 times in a row. So, let's activate this. And let me tell you how I feel about action RPGs. And about how best to enjoy them. And about how you almost certainly are playing... games like this completely wrong. I know that's a very arrogant and very you know, self-assured thing to say, but when you hear my reasoning, I think you will see that I do have some good points. And fuck these guys though, man. It's just so annoying. Anyway, so before I even talk about before I even talk about Path of Exile and my feelings about this game, let's talk about the game that inspired Path of Exile. Let's talk a little bit about Diablo 2. Now, like almost every other Path of Exile player, I think everybody who plays this game has either also played Diablo 2 or is aware of Diablo 2's legacy. Now, I was a very, very early adopter, shall we say, like a very early entrant into the Diablo 2 universe. I played Diablo 2 before I played Diablo 1, so I guess I guess I'm not that much of an OG. You know, obviously people who played Diablo 1 before playing Diablo 2, I'd give them even more respect. But I've been there pretty long. Most importantly, I was playing Diablo 2 from the version 1.0 days onward. I remember when I think there was a day one patch, but I remember when the original, like very minimally patched version of the game was the only one that existed, right? And some of my fondest memories of Diablo 2 come from that version of the game. Um, Early on, I played mainly barbarians and paladins. There was this one really fun challenge playthrough I did with a barbarian. I was like, how far can I get using only passives and no active skills? You know, how far can I get through the game without ever spending mana? That was a fun little challenge. But the main memories that I had came from playing a paladin. And because of the kind of game that Diablo is, obviously a lot of your memories are going to be from beating the story for the first time, watching the fun little cutscenes, seeing the bosses and their different attacks, their different animations, and especially seeing their death animations for the first time. But aside from that, a lot of my memories came from finding cool stuff. In particular, as a paladin, one of the most joyous things for me was finding the was finding the rare, I think, sorry, not rare, the unique kite shield known as Steel Clash, which when I found it, it was by far the best shield I'd seen up to that point in the game. It gave me all resists a little bit, and it gave me +1 to all paladin skills. And it just blew me away. Like, the joy that I felt upon finding that item was unrivaled. Unrivaled until later on when I found another shield called the Ward, which I believe is a unique I don't know, it's not a tower shield, it's something, I think it's like a gothic shield. Sometimes the names of the base types are a little fuzzy, but I think it's a gothic shield. I can very easily remember what it looks like. I can't as easily remember what the actual item base type was called. Now, who's making this nonsense? Is it this rift that's causing this? Anyway, so the Ward gave much higher resistances, some cool stat bonuses, but it didn't give any skills. And I remember how agonizing it was deciding that, okay, I need resists, especially if I'm gonna play, you know, Nightmare mode. I need resists, so I'm gonna give up on the Paladin shield and use this other shield. It almost felt like I was betraying the Paladin order, right? Giving up the Paladin item for another more another item that's usable by any class. Well, I guess technically Steel Clash was equipable by anybody, but the Paladin skills were only for Paladins. Anyway, so these are some of my earliest memories in the game. These are also some of my fondest memories in the game. And eventually, obviously the game changed a lot. Eventually, the expansion was added, and with the expansion came rune words. Now, if you played Diablo 2, especially if you played as rune words were being introduced, and even if you've just seen what people like, you know, major Diablo 2 channels like Llama and others have to say about rune words, you'll probably have gotten the sense that the legacy of rune words is mixed at best. And most people, when they talk about why rune words may have in some ways been something that made the game worse, or were a step backwards, or just made the game feel strange, they mainly focus on the way that the balance of the game changed when things like, you know, Enigma and Grief were added into the game. Now, listen, I've crafted Enigma myself. I've crafted Grief myself. I've used both of those. I've enjoyed using them. But even I couldn't deny that it did change the feeling of the game in a way that, well, here's how I'm gonna put it. So I started out talking about Steel Clash and the Ward for a reason. So one of the rune words that was eventually added was a rune word called Spirit, which you can craft pretty early on, right? It's around in the mid-20s is when you can craft a Spirit rune word. And that rune word is, well, it gives you +2 to all skills, plus 35% to 3 of your resists. I think it doesn't give you... there's one resistance that it doesn't give, but it gives you really good, you know, plus 35 to all of the other resistance, and some other stuff. It gives you faster cast rate, which maybe you don't need as a paladin unless you're running the hammered in build, which is a pretty, you know, pretty beloved paladin build. So even for the faster cast rate, it's useful just for paladins. And here's the thing, it's so easy to make, you will almost certainly be able to craft a Spirit Shield before you ever find the Ward or Steel Clash. Right? So there's not much, and by the way, when you find, even when you find Steel Clash, I think you gotta be minimum level 18 or something like that to even use that item. So the only window of time when Steel Clash would ever be useful is if somehow you find it early enough that you can use it in between levels 18 and 25. That's one problem. It drastically diminishes the emotional weight that comes with finding items like that. But then there's another deeper problem. It's so easy to make, and it's so strong.
I can't do this just yet.
That it, along with other rune words, right? Spirit is just one example I'm giving. There are other early to mid game rune words that you can make, which have the absolute, you know, identical issue, is that it's so easy to make and so strong relative to everything else in its level range that it completely wrecks the believability of the game world, right? Because think about it. Unique items, the whole like emotional heft associated with unique items is that these are a part of the game world. That this item was either made by or belonged to somebody special within the game's history. It represents some, you know, important moment. It's got some nice collection of stats that work really well together. And overall, it's just a cool item with a cool name and a cool story behind it. Even if you don't know what the story is, you can imagine what the story might have been for an item like this, for an item like the Steel Clash Shield or the Ward to have gotten that name and had that importance to somebody, that somebody bothered to give it that name. And the issue is that emotion cannot coexist in a game where items like the Spirit Rune Word Shield are possible. Because if it is a fact of the world that with only about 20 to 30 minutes of running around and attacking monsters, anybody can just craft a Spirit Shield, then nobody would have bothered even naming, like whoever found or made the Steel Clash Shield wouldn't have even bothered giving it a name, because if they wanted something actually useful, they would have just crafted themselves a Spirit Shield, right? This also applies to many melee items. The Grief Rune Word is a little bit more difficult to make because you need to find a low LO rune, but a low rune is not actually that difficult to find or to craft up towards. By the way, this is a new item, the Solaris Lorica Copper Plate. Let's read this. Excuse me. Let's read this little poem. Give me neither havens nor solace, therefore the weak and frightened. Instead, light the path to greatness so that I may begin my bright pursuit. This increases light radius. Chaos damage does not bypass energy shield, which is actually pretty huge. Chaos damage over time goes down, and a flat reduction to chaos damage. Interesting item. But yeah, there are many unique items in the game that nobody would have bothered to even come up with a name for if they coexist in a world where the Grief Rune Word exists. It just wrecks the believability of the game because it was introduced at the 11th hour with no connection to the original lore of the game world, and it was just brought in to be part of the power creep that plagues eventually every single action RPG falls victim to this, to the power creep, right? So that is the issue with rune words, and I cannot overestimate. Rune words are goofy as fuck. The idea that they just spawned into the game at some point, and we're just collecting these things, putting them into items in a certain order, like, and then they just do stuff, right? And the goofiness is part of the problem. The other part of the problem is, like, these rune words have no story behind them. They are made to order items that players are making because they were introduced into the game as a way to just have players spend more time in the game, with drop rates tailor-made to get players to spend the maximum amount of time playing the game. And that level of immersion, if that level of immersion breaking wasn't enough, then the thing that really tips it over the edge is the fact that you cannot even meaningfully interact with rune words as a mechanic without just looking everything up. You need to look up ahead of time what the rune words are, what order you need to put the runes in, where you need to farm to find runes more efficiently, and at the end of it all, each step of the process makes you a little bit less. It happens little by little. It's like a frog. You know the analogy of a frog being boiled? The temperature goes up so slowly that the frog doesn't realize it until it's literally dying. Little by little, things like this chipped away at our emotional connection to the game world until by the end of it, there was nothing left at all. And by the end of it, all we were doing was filling time. We were no longer making memories. And that is the trap that every single action RPG falls into, which is, it starts off so strong, right? Diablo 2 went through this, Path of Exile went through this. At around the time of the beta and, the original 1.0 release, it was so strong. The world was so immersive, the dialogue, the voice acting, the presentation, the aesthetics, the story being told not just by what's happening on screen, but by the things that you're finding, right? Every single unique item that drops is a piece of the game's world, right? It's not just an item, it's not just a stat bonus, it's not just a collection of affixes, it is a piece of the game world, right? The items were a way of fleshing out the game's lore. That's why, like, in my opinion, the golden age of Path of Exile, it might have genuinely been the beta, right? Or very shortly after the beta. Because eventually what the game turned into was the same thing that Diablo 2 turned into, was a form of power creep where each step along the way made you less and less connected to the game world, and more just playing a slot machine stimulator? Well, stimulator as well, because one way games get you to keep playing is stringing you along with a small amount of stimulus that gives you a small taste of what you're looking for, but to get the full taste, the full morsel, you need to keep doing what you're doing for dozens or hundreds of hours. So I will give Path of Exile a little bit of credit. When they introduce new game mechanics, new power creep type things, it's not just parachuted into the game with no lore justification like they did with Runewords in Diablo 2. Usually there's some sort of an NPC explaining what this mechanic is and trying to justify why it exists. I'll be honest, a lot of them I don't remember because the explanations didn't seem that memorable or even that sensible, right? Like, I appreciate the whole anointment and oil system as a game mechanic, but there's the other problem of a lot of them are just like the mechanic of Runewords as a concept. A lot of them can't escape the fact that they are just goofy by nature, right? Having a tower defense or a stealth minigame in the middle of your hack and slash action RPG is just goofy by its very nature. And no matter how good the lore is, right? Like, the lore in Heists is actually, like, outside of the main story, I think that's some of the best lore you will ever find in the game. That's some of the best, like, narrative and plot building that you'll find in this game. But it's attached to a mechanic that's so goofy that that alone is enough to just kill all of your immersion, right? And so the end point of all of that is it lands you in the same problem that Diablo 2 landed itself into, which is that it sort of kills the believability of the game world, right? So I'm gonna waste one of my portals, and I'm gonna jump back because I want to show you something. I want to go into my stash. I want to show you the stash of unique items. I really wish they would fix this so that it doesn't overlap. Maybe if I change my resolution. I don't want to change my resolution though. I like this resolution. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked. There are over 1,000 unique items in the game. Okay, maybe let's not include stuff like unique potions, unique maps, unique contracts, unique jewels. Let's ignore these last 4 categories entirely, and unique flasks as well. Let's ignore all of these, right? Because they're sort of like in their own separate classification. Maybe we're eliminating, let's say, 300 items by removing all of those, rounding up, just for the sake of my own argument. Let's only look at these equipable gear items. As a random selection, you got Azadi Crest. We got a Chalice of Horrors. These items, Chernobog's Pillar. These items with awesome names, like handcrafted artwork, and lore that somebody took the trouble of coming up with something cool to say about this item and then writing it. There's, let's say 900, let's just say there's hundreds of them, right? Let's reduce the number even further, just so that I can make my point. There's so many of these items in the game. Each of them represents some part of the game world. Now think about how many of these are completely outclassed by items that a player can craft within hours of starting a new season because of all these weird, like, other mechanics that have been brought into the game. Like, I don't know, these essences. Most of them are built around rare items which, like runewords in Diablo 2, have no story behind them. You're deciding ahead of time what sort of item you want. You are just waiting for the slot machine to give you what you need. Think of how many items with handcrafted visuals, carefully thought out names and lore, how many of them are completely outclassed by basic craftables. And then ask yourself, why would these items ever exist? Who would bother even giving them a name in a world where such things happen? And then the answer is that a lot of these crafting mechanics are not really meant to be. They're not meant to be taken literally as things that happen in the game world. They are only there to instantiate power creep. They're only there to give players stuff to do. And, ooh, antique rapier? Could it be? Could it be the most terrible item from the beta? Oh. No, it's not. It's something else. I was thinking of Aurum Vorax. Anyway, let me just pick this up. The Last Laugh. Alright. So, I think I've already found this. A single breeze blows, 100 blades dance. Well, we'll find out. So, my ultimate point is that every action RPG that I know of has gone through this exact cycle, right? They start off with a great premise, a great game world, and great mechanics that match the energy of the world. they start off brilliantly, but every great concept has limits, and eventually the temptation creeps in to stretch the... Oh god, I forgot that these guys are trash. I forgot that these guys are not balanced properly and remain unfixed. Well, maybe one day they'll be fixed, but that day is not today. So let me just fuck off. Look at this trash mob version of these guys are doing so much damage to a person with capped resistances on a low level map. It's just absurd. And it has distracted me from the point that I was trying to make. Is that every game goes through the cycle, and I don't know that... I'm not convinced that this has to be the case, necessarily. I think there have to be ways where you can change it. Where you can change the formula and do things a little bit differently. Because the problem is...
I can't do
what
this just yet.
action RPGs eventually turn into is they stop being games where you can make beautiful memories, and they turn into games that give you, where the only reason you play them is it gives you a way to fill your time. And the problem with things that only offer you a way to fill your time is that they might be very good at filling up a lot of your time, but it leads to moments where you look back on all the time you spent playing those games, and then you realize that so much of that time just didn't amount to anything, right? When I think of the time that I spent, the many hundreds of hours that I spent playing Diablo 2, my fondest memories, a lot of my fondest memories are still from the version 1.0 of the game. My fondest memories to this day are of finding cool things. I guess a lot of my memories are built around, or like, around shields specifically. Do I care about this? No, I don't really care about this. I've already talked about finding Steel Clash and the Ward. Another one of my fondest memories actually happened in the remake, Diablo 2 Resurrected, where for the first time I found... Yeah, okay, I already have this. For the first time I found the Herald of Zakarum, the ultimate paladin shield. And that's one of the few unique items in Diablo 2. One of the few shields that was not outclassed by, you know, basic, easily findable rune words. So that's another thing that makes that shield special. But also, it's another item with a cool name and a cool story that you can imagine. A cool... just, it's a part of the game world, and finding it feels special. And those moments get lost when action RPGs succumb to the power creep temptation and turn into games where you're just giving players things to do and not really giving players memories, right? So I mentioned that some of my most memorable things, memorable moments in Diablo 2 outside of beating the story for the first time were around finding cool things. I'll tell you what's not memorable. The hundreds and hundreds of hours spent farming for high runes, to the point where even when those runes drop, it doesn't feel memorable because you know ahead of time what item you're trying to make. You're grinding for these things that there's no real lore reason for them to even exist. You're just doing it. You're literally just doing it because it's a thing to do, right? It's goofy. It's goofy. It's immersion breaking, and maybe I'm a little cynical. Maybe other people do love farming for high runes. Maybe for other people, the you know, the dopamine rush of finding a high rune does outweigh the goofiness. But for me, it just doesn't really. It just doesn't really land for me. Likewise, in this game, I already know for the rest of my life, I'm gonna remember what it felt like when Jack the Axe drops. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna remember what it was like when Le Hoip of All dropped. You know what I'm not gonna remember? I'm not going to remember the hundreds of hours I spend on the annoying slot machine mechanics of trying to craft the perfect rare item, to the point where even when I get all of the affixes that I need, it's gonna be like crafting Enigma, right? I knew ahead of time what I wanted. I made it. It's like it's like ordering something on Amazon and waiting for it to get delivered, more so than it is finding something cool that feels meaningful and has a story. And the unfortunate thing is, as much as I don't want to do that, I am going to have to do that because a lot of the end game content in this game, well, let me back up a little bit. My main goal in this series is to find all of the unique items, and a lot of or some of the unique items are gated behind very difficult, like, end game of the end game boss fights that you cannot do simply with stuff that you find. Like, you cannot do them simply with funky little unique items like Jack the Axe. You're gonna have to, like, handcraft your entire inventory to give you enough damage and enough survivability to be able to do it. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm not looking forward to it because none of those items are gonna have any story behind them. None of them are gonna have any meaning behind them. They're just me waiting for the slot machine to give me the right thing, and then, you know, and then it happens. So I'm gonna do it, but I'm not happy about that. And with that rant out of the way, I think we're gonna get back to playing. What do I want to do next? I think I'm gonna try to do a rare level 7 if I have it. And I'm gonna try to get, since I've already lost my experience, I'm gonna try to get another Atlas point on a level 7. We'll do the court. Well, hang on. Why can I not do the courtyard? Oh, it's because it's not connected to anything. Okay. Well, let me do a rare tier 6 then. If I have such a thing. I do not have such a thing. Well, what if I chance this one? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. What if I chance this one? We got lucky. Alright. So let's do a rare tier 6. Let's try and get another Atlas point. Oh, let me make sure I select the correct thing. Grave Trough. Let's go for it. But yeah. Like, this game, obviously, I love to death. But a lot of my love for it... let me just say that my memories from the beta are doing a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to my enjoyment of the game today. And that's not necessarily a good thing. the same thing happened with the Diablo 2. When it came to me justifying why I'm spending time, like any time at all, playing this game, a lot of my answers had to do with the joy I had from playing the game when it first came out, which is what gave me that emotional connection to the game world. What it eventually turned into was a game where its very mechanics stop you from having any emotional connection and completely destroy the emotional value of the things that previously gave you a connection to the game world by just like trivializing a lot of the unique items and just being weird, right? And just being weird and goofy. Likewise, there's nothing the game could possibly do to make a tower defense minigame. I'm talking about Path of Exile now. To make a tower defense minigame not be goofy. It entirely takes me out of the game every time I do it, but I have to do it because there are important game like, you know, power creep situations that are gated behind doing the Blight tower defense stuff. Oh, easy, easy, easy. So I guess, like, it kind of, on some level, it is what it is. No game is perfect. But one thing I like about what happened with the... what happened with the Diablo 2 is when they brought out Diablo 2 Resurrected, they didn't just remake the game, like, they didn't just remaster an old game. They started changing the game, and a lot of the changes that they made were for the better. Like, they didn't really reform runewords the way that they should have, but I think a lot of the changes that they made, and especially with the changes with the Warlock DLC that came out, I feel like it has the potential to turn the game once again into something that can help you make new memories and not just a way to fill your time, and then, like, you spend 100 hours and then you have no good answer for why you spent all that time other than it was something to do, right? Likewise, I feel like Path of Exile could do with a bit of a makeover. I know Path of Exile 2 is also in development, but I feel like I don't think that game is in a... I'm gonna be brutally honest, I don't think that game is in a playable state. I feel like it's a game... And I'm not just talking about the mechanics, I feel like it's a game that's still in search of an identity. And a lot of that is because of how good Path of Exile was, right? In, like, any game that's kind of like Path of Exile, but with different mechanics, I'm like, well, why don't I just play Path of Exile, right? It's sort of like the Diablo 4 problem, is they're paying lip service to a lot of the Diablo 2 features, right? Like, they have things that they're calling rune words, they have things that they're calling unique items, but it's such a pale imitation that I'm like, why don't I just play the original? And I don't know. I still have hope that one day Path of Exile is gonna become the kind of game that hello, excuse me, pardon me, is gonna become the kind of game that gives me the urge to play it. Oh, we got one of these encounters. Nice. But as of right now, I'm still waiting. I'm watching other people play it, and I'm seeing how the game evolves. I'm noticing like the balance changes. I don't know. This isn't gonna be like let's bash Path of Exile 2. Right? The game, I don't know if it's still technically in early access. I should probably check. The game's still being worked on, right? But work on Path of Exile shouldn't come at the expense of fixing this game. Now, what Diablo 2 Resurrected showed us is that it's never too late to go back and fix the old stuff. It's never too late. There's so many things that are deep set into the game that the game would just be better if they fixed it. It's not too late to fix heists. It's not too late to like rebalance unique items
I can't do this just yet.
and make them better. It's not too late to oh my god, I'm fucking stuck, dude. It's basically not too late to make this game better, right? It's not too late. I have confidence that one day all these things will happen, but you know what? It's a complicated feeling. Like I love this game, but clearly it's not perfect. In the same way that I loved Diablo 2, but clearly that wasn't perfect. But what gives me a tremendous amount of hope for Diablo 2 is the fact that it's in it's gone back to being in active development, where active development with a willingness to fix things in the game and not just add, you know, not just adding stuff to do, but fundamentally changing how the game feels in a way that, you know, might make it more memorable for people either playing the game for the first time or replaying it after having played it a ton as a kid. Oh boy. All kinds of uniques dropping as we... Excuse me, fuck off, dude. Shut up. Shut up. It's this Soul Strike. I think I already found that. Bright Beak. I know how to say faster and attack in Karui, Marak, and Izo. And I think I've already found this. Or have I? Dodri's Scorn, a scar of the flesh you'll never forget. A scar of the mind you'll never remember. I like that. I like that quote. Wild Leather, I think this is the second Fox Shade that I found. Evasion rating, movement speed on full life, evasion rating on full life is an interesting idea. But I think I'm gonna keep this because this gives me more life, and it gives me resists, and flask recovery rate is nice. The extra gore thing, some people don't like that, I think, because it might lead to, like, ooh, nice. It might lead to some, like, weird graphical issues, or maybe they just don't like how it looks. I personally don't mind it. So there's another Ascendancy plaque, which I should do. Right? Oh, no, I have to go inside. I have to go inside this thing, that's right. It's another one of these weirdo trap areas. So... oh, easy. Okay, we're sort of safe. Alright, here we are safe. Let me wait for my potions to come back. I can't kill these things, dude? Oh, I can kill them! Okay. Well, I don't know why I couldn't hit that first one. That was annoying. Fuck off, dude. Go away. Well, that makes things a little bit more... Oh, they come back. That's the problem. That right there is the problem. All right.
I can't do
Now
this just yet.
there's dudes. You know how much I hate dudes. Dudes are the fucking worst. Why must there be dudes? Get wrecked, nerd. Oh, no. All right. What? Oh, there we go. Fuck. All right. I need to. Ooh, easy. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna run past you. Wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked, nerd. All right. Hopefully these aren't timed levers that become unpressed. Oh god, did that thing... Oh, I can't hit it because of its proximity shield. Right. Well, that... Oh god, excuse me, stop it. Now, where do I go exactly? Can't see shit, dude. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Can't see where am I supposed to go? This is very confusing. I think there's a path going from the right. These graphical effects are way too bright, man. I also want to see the cooldown on... Okay, I go this way, and then... Oh, no. Easy. Easy. There's a strong box inside this area?
I do love the stink of victory.
There's multiple strong boxes? Okay.
Shine boldly, so that all may find
Fuck
you
off, I
when
can't
the
try.
night falls.
How do I pick this up, dude? Come on. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now, dude? Oh, this game on... Yeah, one thing they need to do is fix the controller thing and make it so that you can dynamically switch to picking stuff up and moving stuff with the mouse. Because imagine if the game crashed and I wasn't able to pick up this offering to the goddess. Imagine the crash out that would have ensued had that happened, right? Oh my fucking god, dude. These enemies are fucking trash, man. Their wave attack is way the fuck too fast. They're effectively hitting you with a melee attack at range with how little time you have to react to it. It's dumb. It needs to be rebalanced. One of many things that I would change, right? It's just not good. Anyway, I got my offering to the goddess. And now I have 2 of them. So when I inevitably end up wasting one, I'll have a second attempt at the Eternal Ascendancy dungeon. Okay, this is gonna be... Boss is gonna be pretty close. Let me see if I can snipe out the recipe without engaging the boss. Yoink. So do I have to touch the sarcophagus? Can I still run away like a bitch? Yes, I can. Oh, okay, I have to go inside. I see. Well, let me throw down a portal, like, here, just in case I get killed. And let's go in. Who are you? Oh, you. Oh, easy. Easy, boy. Settle the fuck down. No. What is this? No. What do you do? No. Oh, I knew some nonsense was happening, man. Come on, dude. All my experience gone. All my fucking experience gone. What is the... What? Man, what the fuck, dude? Like, what the actual fuck, dude? What is the tell on the attack? Fuck off, man. Come on, dude. Oh, fucking hell, dude. Whoa, hang on. Is this any good? Joffrey's Baptism. One quick tap is all the persuasion you'll need. It's a stun duration, some sort of low-level damage boost, I guess. Alright, let's drop this in. Oh, I had about 10% of an experience bar, and it's all fucking gone, dude. I'm never fighting that boss again. That's a stupid boss. Yeah, I already have that. I already have this. I already have that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start just selling unique items. First, checking to see... Okay. So... 473, 491, and 22 decks. 63, 66 of... It's not better in everything, so I'll keep the one that I have. This one, 147, 148, 27 intelligence, 107, 44. This is better in every way. 37, yeah, this is better in every way. Oh my god. So I'm gonna take this one out, and I'm gonna put this one in. And I'm just gonna sell this. Soul Strike. So 20, so 30, 101, 112 energy shield. 13 to 30. I guess the one that I have is better, so I'll put this one in. Fox Shade. 22 to dex. This one isn't obviously better. Ooh, there's another thing, right? Essence Worm, I think I already have that. I don't even think this has any variable stats. At all. Like, at all. So I'm just, you know, I have the space for this. I'm just gonna drop it off. This is completely full. I'll drop it off here. And I'm just gonna sell these. To Tujin. Do you get anything useful for selling uniques? You get Orbs of Alchemy and Orbs of Alteration. All right, let me drop this off in my stash. 11 more chromatics. All right. All right. Let me identify that. That's a white tier 7. Let me drop this off in this tab. What, they don't stack? Really, dude? Really, dude? Yeah, I've got some corrupted items here. Probably I don't even need these, but I held on to them just for the hell of it, I suppose. Right, so we got another Atlas point. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna spend these Atlas points on. Actually, you know what? Now that I've lost all of my experience,
I can't do this just yet.
let me go to the bestiary. The menagerie. Keep calling it the wrong thing. Let me do some hanky-panky with the blood altar, because I think I can make a unique ring and a unique amulet. And I can make a unique, I can make a unique sword or axe. Let's go for that. Let's go for that.
Prove to the first ones you are worthy.
Easy.
Exile.
Let's hope that there isn't any like horrible affix. There's all kinds of visual chaos. Easy. Easy. Easy.
The ritual is complete.
Alright. I don't think that's good. Lakeisha's blade? Nah. I don't even know if that's new. It's not. But is it better than this one? I'm not gonna worry about sockets. Nah, that one's better. Right. I'm just gonna sell this.
Hello.
Alright.
Greetings.
Let's take a look at the bestiary and see how we're doing. Ah. There's a ton of creatures that we still haven't found. I see. I see. Oh, a lot of them are probably for like this stuff. These are the beasts I have right now. Let's craft another unique. Let's do a unique ring and amulet.
Prove to the first ones you are worthy, exile.
Alright. Easy. Easy. Hindering is garbage trash, dude. Easy. Does it? Oh my god. Out of my way.
The ritual is complete.
Did these guys spawn in after the ritual was completed? Shut up, dude. Okay, so that's gonna be another one of the ring that we already had. We'll see if it's we'll see if it has better stats. Less strength, but more damage with bleeding. I think I'll keep what I have. I think I'll keep what I have. Do I want to do an amulet? It could be a better Carnage Heart. But this is going to go into my stash. So let's go ahead and... let's go ahead and craft a unique amulet.
Prove to the first ones you are worthy, exile.
And after this, I think I'm going to ease off on crafting for a while. Easy. Oh, yeah, let's settle the fuck down, dude. I need to start killing some dudes. Oh my god. Easy. 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 Wrecked.
Ritual is complete.
Wrecked, boy. That feels new. It's corrupted. Natural hierarchy, damage, global damage, and chaos damage, and it's corrupted. Natural hierarchy. Just as the rat cowers before the dog, and the dog cowers before the man, so too should we cower before the first ones and pray. And pray we never learn about what comes next. Alright. Another new unique. Feels pretty good. Let's drop off some of this stuff. Alright. I guess we'll do unique body armor. And we can do a stack of 10 random currency, just in case we get a really good one.
Prove to the first ones you are worthy, exile.
I can't do this just yet.
Okay, easy, easy. Easy. This is proving to be quite problematic. Easy. Easy. So I don't think you gain experience for killing things in the menagerie, and I don't think you lose experience when you die in the menagerie. You just lose your
You are truly a survivor.
you just lose your the stuff that you put in to craft. Right. So this feels like it's possibly new. Cherubim's Maleficence. Triumphant Lameller. That is the most complicated name I think I've seen so far. The consort of chaos descended swiftly, brutally, artfully. She consumed the living, leaving naught but a rosemary bloom to celebrate the massacre. So this is a bit of chaos damage synergy. Interesting. Not really my build, but you know, nice to see that, and I do believe it's new. I do believe it's new. All right. And we said we'd go for a stack of random currency.
Prove to the first ones you
Oh
are
boy,
worthy,
this is gonna
exile.
be terrible. Easy. I need to start killing shit, dude. Okay. One of them died. Fuck, what? Easy.
You are truly a survivor.
Ooh, alright. So 10 chromatics, you know what? I'll take it. I did waste a lot of chromatics a few episodes ago, so it's nice to get that stockpile back up. And is there anything else that I want to make? I don't care about unique shields or bows or... Only... Convert this item into another random unique item. Oh. Oh, you know what? Let's pull out a unique sword that I'm like a unique one-handed sword that I'm not using, like, let's say, this rapier. Let's convert it into something else. Perhaps a better, unique... Perhaps a better unique sword.
The first ones are watching.
And let's not die.
Don't disappoint
Oh
them.
god, this is horrible. Easy. Oh, easy does it, boys. I need to kill one of these two, because, oh my god. Because, oh my fucking god. Easy. Oh god, dude. No, 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 no. How are neither of them dead? I need to scratch my face. But if I scratch my face, this guy's gonna scratch my life. Ugh. Okay, I really do need to scratch my face. Hang on a second. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, he can't be leeched. That's the... Oh, that's one of the many problems with this fight.
The ritual is complete.
What? Excuse me? What the fuck is a secum? It's a scepter. Oh, that's dumb, dude. I thought it would respect the type of weapon that it was, but it's just any random... Okay, well... 30 smite. Enemies inflict elemental ailments on you instead of nearby allies? What? Elemental... What? I don't get that, dude. Like, aren't elemental ailments bad? Am I misunderstanding what this item means? Well, then let's read the text on it. Oh god, where was it? A secret few among the Templars grant absolution by bearing the guilt of others. Very Christian of them. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back home. Well, let's go to the hideout. I wanna get more of these tier 7 maps out of the way and build a catalog for which bosses are really dumb. So you know what? I'm gonna, on my phone, start putting together a list of, I'm gonna call it the list of dumb fucking bosses, and on that list is gonna be the Grave Trough. The Grave Trough. I should have been making this list the entire time, but better late than never. Let's go back to the map device. Alright. Untainted Paradise, Blighted Lands. This is a tier 7 in the Coral Ruins. I can use a yellow tier 7 on that. Alright. Let's go in. Now let's try and not die this time. Let's try and maybe bank some experience. How long do we want to go in this episode? I think we want to go until... Obviously, I'm not gaining a level, right? That's just not happening. Not after the disaster that was the previous boss fight. However... we can maybe find some good stuff.
I can't do this just yet.
Is this gonna be a rogue exile? He is. It's moving. It's a rogue exile, who I think is gonna drop armor. Oh! C'est Zachary Desmarais. Ah! Bonjour, mon ami. How do you say long time no see? Well, longtemps? Pas voir? I mean, that's too much of a literal translation, I think. But, I think he got the idea. Well, several of those words were said after he was already dead, but had he been alive, I think he would have known what I was trying to say. God, man.
Tried to flee.
How many enemies I've killed and the experience bar has not even budged. There's not even like a tiny yellow sliver.
But the prison
Oh
walls
God.
towered so far above.
I'm sorry. The envoy was saying some shit and I completely ghosted him. To be fair, I don't care about this guy. Ever since he nearly cost me that one boss fight where he was like standing in the middle of the boss arena, becoming an actual obstacle, stopping me from moving the way I wanted to through the boss arena. Ever since that happened, oh no, dude, I was trying to just... Can I tank this guy? Guess I can. Why is he so tanky, dude? Hang on. Fuck off. Avoid bleeding. I don't get it, dude. Anyway, let's just kill these guys, because they're just like walking over one by one. Oh, he leeches life! He leeches life! That's the problem. He doesn't actually have that much life when you don't let him leech.
Exile, you are a welcome omen. You have been captured, beast. You will be a survivor, or you will be free.
Alright. Alright, well, I'm glad I got that sorted out. Wrecked? Wrecked, boy. Easy. Easy. Does it, boys?
I can't do this just yet.
Alright. Alright, boys. Alright, that's done. And I think there's another rogue exile over there to the... Ooh, easy. To the right. Easy. Does it? Alright. Okay. How we feeling? Benamoga, are you dangerous? Not that... Ooh, I was gonna say not that dangerous, but then you upped your game really, majorly. Oof. Excuse me. Oh boy. That's kind of stressful. Bunch more chance orbs. Alright, how much money do I have? More than 100,000. I probably am gonna spend that on just gambling for one-handed swords, I think. Would love to find one of these several swords that is on my list of things. Like the Rigwald sword would be my ideal one, but there are two others. A Varanastra would be like a nice damage boost that doesn't really add anything else, but would help us kill things a lot quicker. Then there's another, I forget what it's called, but it's a unique, ooh, fuck off. It's a unique Midnight Blade that would really tie in with my secondary synergy of fire damage.
You have been captured, beast. You will be a survivor, or you will be food.
Alright. Wrecked. Wrecked, boys. Right, now this, if this is a new red beast, it might give us a new recipe. Before we fight it, there's another rare enemy to the left, which I think we should take out. Jack the Axe is just chirping away in the background, talking about how he needs more blood. And now I think... Oh, easy, 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 easy. I didn't even see him. The dude was so small.
I can't do this just yet.
So this is not a new one. Oh, easy. Easy. Alright. Easy. Easy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. There aren't that many windows where I can safely attack him. Really trying to make good use out of Molten Shell on this. Easy. Oh, easy. Easy.
Survivor, you are well prepared for the end. This is a fine capture.
Alright. Well, we did all the beasts, but we still have the boss. Are we gonna have to like summon? Oh nope, nope. Whoa, 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 whoa! Settle the frick down, dude. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh no! Who's the fireball dude? Hang on, these guys need to fucking take a chill pill. Chill out. Kill them. And now who's left? Captain Tanner Lightfoot. He, I guess, does everything. He has all of their dumb fucking abilities. Alright. 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 Rare tier 8. Destroyer Regalia is a great name, a great base item. The Coming Calamity. Whiff of cold, tiny spark, faintest flicker in the dark. Embers swirl, ice takes form, sky exposed, death's perfect storm. Frost and thunder, flames shine bright. Ruin walks the land tonight. By your hand they dance and bend, wield them and brook no end. It's pretty cool. I like that poem.
I can't do this just yet.
I've got the tiniest sliver of experience from that. And probably a new item to drop off. Let me go to my stash. Let me stash this into my stash. Let me stash this into my essences. By the way, literally the only reason I bought the essence stash tab is because I saw somebody's screenshot of it with all of the essences filled in, and it just looked really pretty. Yes, I spent real money on something that I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use, just because it looked pretty. Oh, what am I doing, dude? No. Let's drop these off in here. It's another tier 7 rare. Go to my map tab. Go to my heist. Shut up, dude. Go to my heist locker. Drop this stuff off. I guess we're doing. I want to get all of these tier 7s out of the way. This is a rare one. That's a rare one. That's tier 9, tier 8. That's tier 9. 9, 10, 8, 8, 9. That's tier 8. This is tier 7. Wait, that's tier 7 and I haven't done it. The courtyard and I haven't done it. Right. Oh, the grave trough. Yeah, that was the garbage one. Yeah. Let's activate that. And let's get her done. Ooh, oh, we're gonna be possibly fighting. There's no way to dodge this red beast, is there? Well, maybe there is. What the fuck? Easy, 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 easy. Alright. I need to get Einhar to show up before I engage the red beast in combat. And that means I'm gonna have to fight a yellow beast. God, they're way too close to each other. I'm gonna clear out like a circular path that I can just kite people around.
I can't do this just yet.
Oh my god, easy. Oh, easy. Molten Shell really is keeping me alive, man. Wrecked. 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 Alright. Let's get this yellow. That's a new one. There's Einhar. He really does add a notable amount of damage.
Don't worry, little beast. We are friends now.
Alright. Settle the F down. Easy. Wrecked. Nerd. Alright. Oh, here he comes. fast, dude. It's not a new one though. Ooh, ooh. It's not a new one though. Easy.
You have been captured, beast. You will be a survivor, or you will be food.
Whoa, easy. Easy. What easy does it, boys. That guy done. Now there is the red beast. There is the red beast. Whoa, easy. Easy. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Easy. Somebody's fucking shooting me from back here. These fucking guys, dude. Man, come on. And this energy shield nonsense is gonna be annoying as hell to deal with. Can I attack this guy? Not really. Not while I don't have Molten Shell. Easy. 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 Another scouring orb.
Survivor, you are well prepared for the end. This is a fine capture.
I guess that was not a new red beast. Alright. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'll take it. Easy. So who are you? Who are you? I think you are not that dangerous. I may live to regret that statement. Wrecked. Alright. Alright, boys. Another? No, wait, hang on. Did I hang on? Did I take the Atlas thing that gives you multiple red beasts? Hang on, let me check something. Did I take that? No, I didn't take the thing where yellow beasts are... Are there multiple red beasts in this map? Oh, fuck off. No, dude. Not lightning storm, man. No. Lightning storm is such a trash affix. Trash fucking affix, dude. Like, for your own sake, if you're watching right now, look away. Minimize the screen. I'll tell you when this shit is over. I'll tell you when this shit is over so that you don't have to hurt your eyes looking at this. Fucking hell. This is another thing that needs to be fixed. There's no reason not to fix this. This is just bad, man.
I can't do this just yet.
And is he stuck behind the wall, dude? Oh my god, dude, come on. Oh my god. The sound as well is so annoying.
capture with pride, exile.
Fuck this nonsense, man. Anyway. Excuse me? 5 currency. Could be good.
Yes, yes.
See, this guy have an energy shield aura? He does. Alright, Mr. Blood Geezer. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Can't see shit, dude. Oh my god. Fuck off, dude.
Off you go, little beast. Away.
Is there anything back here? Nope. Well, let's get that box. What's in the box? Like, do these monsters come out of the box, or do they teleport in from somewhere else? Because in my headcanon, all these like strongbox defender enemies, in my headcanon, they all just like they also all just come out of. Oh my god! Oh god! Right. Val Buckler, I think I already have that one. Oh boy! All right. How do I get in there? Like here. Like this. Alright. I've painstakingly gotten close to 10% of an experience bar.
I can't do this just yet.
So let's try and keep this shit intact. This guy's just gaining all of the endurance charges in the world. Aspect of the Hellion, I think, is what's summoning that fiery kitty cat. And he has a ton of health on top of everything. Physical resistant as well. It's not, for my build in particular, is not a good thing.
That was a hunt you will not soon forget. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Right. Oh, I'm very close to the boss, but I gotta go into a separate area to get to the boss. So how about we throw down a portal outside just in case I die? And you know what? I'm just gonna cash in my stacked deck. What did I get? Oh, nice. Good one, game. What the fuck? Oh, what's happening? Oh, what's happening? Okay, without a wall of bears to hide behind, I can actually see what this boss is. Are there multiple of them? Are they like the ancients? No, I think it's one guy, and then he's summoned some type of thing. I don't know where he is, dude. I can't see anything, man. I don't know. Well. Oh, a unique tier 9 map. I can't see shit, dude. What? Can't see anything. Oh my god. Let me pick that up. Let me pick this up. Okay, I gotta kill this shit. Oh man. This is gonna go on the list of... This is gonna go on the list of terrible bosses. Well, what's this area called? Courtyard. It wasn't that difficult, it was just annoying, dude. It wasn't that difficult, it was mainly just annoying. Too much visual clutter. Thousand Teeth Timu. Nice. Crimson Burn. The Star of Sadness. All was woe that seemed but gladness. What does this do? Movement speed. Evasion rating, max life. A bit of leech. Reflex. 1,000 to 10,000 physical damage to attackers on block. Interesting idea. But we don't have a shield build. Is this new? The Primordial Chain? I don't think it's new. The Leash of the Life Giver binds in both directions. Summon Golems. Yeah, I don't think I have that. Sorry, I think I already have that. We'll find out though. An Ondar's Clasp. Attack speed. Oh, attack speed on full life. Movement speed on full life. Lightning damage to attacks isn't that great though. I'm gonna keep my gloves because all resist and rarity of items found ultimately outweighs this. But you know what? Nice thing. Nice idea. Let's head home. Drop some stuff off. And how much more do we want to do? How long have we been going? About an hour and 42. Let's do one. You know what? Let's get all of the tier 7 maps done, and then we'll end off. And then we'll end off. Tier 9 map. Pillars of Arun. Experience gain. Unbridged gaps. 200% increased cooldown recovery for movement skills. Ooh boy. So I assume that applies to our dash. For some reason
I can't do this just yet.
the game wasn't letting me dash. But I assume that's what it would apply to. We go to the Heist Locker. Drop off. Excuse me. Level 74. Originators and Memories map. Let me drop this off in my map stash tab. Might be forced into using a rare tier 8. Also, my throat is starting to give out, so I'm just gonna quickly pop Hall's Black Cherry. What are these even called? Mentholeptus. It's just cough drop. Lozenge, right? That's the more general term. They're really good, dude. Oh yeah, they're so good. So this was new. This was new. God. Apologies for the coughing. Even the Primordial Chain was new, and this is obviously new. One of the many unique maps. The first one that I find is just going to go into my stash. The second one onwards is what I'm going to use in the map device. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. But let me go back in. Let me see where we want to go next. Because are we totally done with all the tier 7s? That is tier 8. This view div. Ah. Oh, so specific divination cards drop from specific. Ah, I see. How am I only just learning about this? Well, because I'm a doofus who is woefully uninformed about a lot of basic game mechanics. I think we might even be done with the... We might even be done with all the tier 7s. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to be running the Promenade. Specifically the Promenade. I'm gonna be saving all my rare tier 8s. I guess I already have a lot of them. But I'm gonna be doing tier 5 and below. On the Promenade. Let's see how much experience I get doing a rare tier 5 on the Promenade. And then I'll do a tier 7 and I'm gonna just eyeball what the difference is gonna be. So if I cash this in, item quantity, item rarity, monster pack size. We go in and we have like 300% increased rarity. But the quantity does go down because all of the quantity gets converted into rarity. But I have other things that are giving me quantity boosts. Alright.
I do love the stink of
Reach
victory.
Scarab, I don't think I really care about that one that much. Easy, easy. Tier 1 map, okay. White tier 1 map, okay. I mean, I'll take it. Maybe maps are gonna be like crafting materials and something or the other. Easy. Who are you? You're teleporting around. It's annoying. Stop it. Alright, how we feeling? Easy. Wrecked, boy. Alright. Does it feel like we're gaining experience? Is a question. Has the experience bar budged at all? Like, at all? I think the answer is probably gonna be no. Alright. Oh, easy. Oh, what the fuck, dude? What? Oh, bone rowers. They really are the Stygian dolls of Path of Exile. If you've played Diablo 2, if you've done Durance of Hate on Hell difficulty, you know why everybody hates the Stygian dolls.
I can't do this just yet.
Okay. Easy. Who was it? Stoic Slink. That's like a prog rock band name right there. So this guy's gonna drop a divination card. This person. But I think this might be the boss. Hello, stacked deck. Oh, we're not at the end yet. We were just coincidentally at a choke point that looked kind of like the boss zone. I want to do ritual altars. I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes. Easy. What? Easy. So what I got a little bit. So let's see what we can get. We can get ritual splinters, which I saved from last time. Obliteration. I think that gives us a unique item when that card set is complete. Easy. Easy. God, I need to scratch my face again. But I'm gonna tough it out. Looks like even on a... is that good? I don't think so. Even on a tier 5 map, we are gaining slivers of experience. A rare tier 5 though. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I can't do this just yet.
Stop it, man. These totems are horrible. What? Fungal Reaver, stop it. Okay. Let's make sure we've got a nice clear kill zone. Whoa, easy does it, boys. It's fucking Corpse Exploder, dude. Come on, man. Come the fuck on, man. Come the fuck on, dude. Come the fuck on, dude. Like fucking hell, man. Seriously? Fucking seriously, dude. Are you fucking serious? Oh. That was dumb. That was really dumb. Yeah, Corpse Explosion needs a rework. It just the visual garbage that it adds onto the screen by far outweighs whatever dubious amount of gameplay novelty it brings to the game. It needs a massive rework, if not just a permanent removal from the game. Part of good game design, or part of any good artistic endeavor, or like anything in life, is like, yeah, you know, you need to own up to it when you tried something that didn't end up working, right? You need to have the humility to acknowledge that, you know what, I had this idea, it just didn't pan out. It would have been cool to have corpse explosion, but the way we put it in the game, we messed that one up. Right? God, I need to... It's like, even this, without any enemy affixes, is already, like, visual stimulus overload. It's already bad enough. It's already bad enough, dude. Hello? Valorb. And a... God, a 6 Slinker. Let me just drop this crap. Okay, discard that. And we can buy, like, everything. I might as well just buy all the stuff that I can. 2400 tribute. Is that the cap? So that's unique. It'll give me... That's corrupted. I'm just gonna buy both of these. I could have bought ritual splinters, but you know what? We'll get a small amount of... Oh, it's next to the boss. We'll get a small amount of ritual splinters for doing this. Samite gloves, I think I've seen these. You shall hang in blissful agony on every note, said Kalisa, prima donna of excuse me, of Sarn. Easy. Pagan wand. Mystic refractor. Waging a war is a simple matter of geometry and death. Cool name. Cool concept. Cool flavor text. Ooh, this sucks. Alright. Alright. Bleeds. If it bleeds, it bleeds. Excuse me. Alright. Let's get this person dealt with. Solarina? Solaria?
I can't do this just yet.
Oh, you're getting health back? Really, dude? Come on, man. Wrecked? Ooh, okay. Let's do this final one. Hopefully not die. Oh no. This is way too much shit, man. I need, oh god. What? I need to scratch my... Scratch my neck, and now I'm fucking dead. Oh god, hang on. Why are so many things spawning in? What is wrong with this event? Oh my god. Is there there's another fucking corpse exploder, isn't there? Fuck off, dude. No, man. This is dumb as fuck, dude. There's 100% another corpse exploder in the midst of this. Yeah, there he is. What a stupid fucking affix, man. What a dumb fucking affix, dude. Fix this shit, man. Oh, you serious, man. Regret orb. And what can I do with this? Can't exactly buy, you know, the 33 ritual splinters, but I can buy the 9. It's gonna cost, and then I can get maybe some chance orbs. Or do I want this? Hang on, I need to figure out how incubators work. Path of Exile incubator. Can I put it on unique items? Okay. Oop, sorry. Hang on a second. Let's take it. Well, let's take... Can I take both of these? No. I can take one or the other. Do I want ritual splinters or do I want I think I want ritual splinters. Sorry. And then with 1,000 I'm gonna get some chance orbs. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to I'm gonna use the chance orb on the midnight blade. And I got trash. Okay. Never mind. Let's head home. I'm gonna do one more and then we're gonna end.
I can't do this just yet.
I really want to start gaining levels because I really want to go inside this passive tree. It's really gonna help my survivability to get adamant. Well, we're gonna get increased armor along the way and cooldown for guard skills. And then, oh my god, dude, more duration for guard skills. And then other good stuff when we use guard skills, and I guess I'll show it like this. Molten Shell is... Hang on, let me show it from the... Hang on. Nope. Let me show you where it shows you what the skill tags are. Here we go. Molten Shell, you can see that it is in fact a guard skill, so that tree's bonuses will apply to it. Okay. Don't excuse me, don't need to identify that. Do need to identify this. Black Sun Crest, the beasts we fear the most are the ones who dwell in total darkness. I think we've already seen that. Let me just use this stack deck. Coruscating Elixir. Alright, you know what? Sure. If you say so. That's new. And then that's new. Well, let's drop this off. Already have... Ooh, I didn't have that. Okay. And I didn't have this. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let me drop this off here. Tier 7, Tier 7. I'm gonna be dropping off a couple scarabs. What is, hang on, what's this? Oh, it's a duplicate unique amulet. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna use my chance orbs on these level 7s. No, that could be pretty bad, actually. I was hoping for just like a blue one. Anyway, let me sell this to Tujin. Let me drop this off. There we go.
I can't do this just yet.
Alright, dude. Let's put another one in, and I'm just gonna be doing Promenade over and over again. Just because I know I can fight these bosses. And I'm gonna be using this as a way to gain levels in a quasi-reliable fashion. Easy. The fuck are these guys doing, man? Stop it, dude. Now let's see if it feels like we are gaining experience more quickly. Die. Die, please. I think that might be a rogue exile up there. We'll see if it starts moving as we get close. It does. It's this guy. Oh god, I don't like you. Oh my god, dude. Are there two of them on top of each? Oh no. There's two of them. Oh, easy. Oh my god. Fuck off. Alright. Ooh. Class boots. Do I care about those? Let's see. Rarity of items found. Not bad. Movement speed is okay. Evasion is okay. Sundance. Blazing body. Shining bold. Dance beneath the orb of gold. But I'm gonna keep this because of the stun recovery and the better movement speed. In the far future, I'm gonna change my boots, but not right now. Right now, I'm really enjoying these ones. That voodoo doll is such a weird affix. Like, he just turns around like he's too much of a coward to attack you, so he just starts hitting the voodoo doll instead. Yeah, get out of here with that nonsense. Alright.
Do this just yet.
We're at nearly 10% of an experience bar. After losing a ton of experience to, shall we say, unfortunate circumstances. Easy. Easy does it. Oh no. Hang on, is he immune to damage outside of his shield? I think he might be immune to damage outside that stupid shield that slows you down. Okay. Did it spawn in a rare enemy? Creates frost walls and flees. This fucking guy, dude. This fucking guy. Always one enemy in every round that's just annoying as fuck. And is he even dead, or has he just run so far away that we're not aggroing each other? Excuse me? That is marked in a brighter orange, which means that this is a more sought after item. Let's see why that might be the case. Enemies cannot leech, very high movement speed, good evasion, much more to maximum intelligence. Well, much more to intelligence, but much more to maximum energy shield than these ones are giving. It might be time to switch over. Enemies cannot leech from you is kind of huge. We're losing a little bit of movement speed, but hang on. The movement speed is only at 35% when we're at full health. Then it's the 20 plus the 15. If we're not at full health, this is going to have higher movement speed. And what are we losing? Block, stun, recovery. Well, we're gaining flat energy shield, but we're not really gaining percentage energy shield. So also I have something socketed into it. My very important purity of elements. So regardless, I can't do anything with it right now. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna, once again, instead of doing the hard work of thinking about it myself, I'm gonna see if anybody has any ideas about which one of these is better. Like,
I can't do this just yet.
should I switch? Is there another way to get block stun recovery that's better than those boots? I'm gonna think about it. For now, I will keep my loadout the way it is. Oh, hello? Another one that's marked in bright orange. +1 to the level of socketed bow gems? Ah, is that why? Interesting. Easy does it, boys. Okay. But yeah, if you have any ideas at all about how good those boots are versus what I'm currently using, feel free to share your thoughts. Alright. Alright, dude. Ooh, that guy. Get wrecked, nerd. Easy. Easy. Ooh, easy. This is such an easy fight. There should be no excuse to losing a significant amount of health to this type of enemy. This is obviously a two-handed weapon because of the number of sockets it has. The Highland Blade. The Imperial Claw looks pretty cool. Touch of Anguish. Grip the frozen steel, feel it numb you, wield the cold touch of death like a splinter of your own shattered heart. Really wish I could offhand this weapon. Really nice frenzy charge synergy as well, but I need this to be a sword, otherwise Lacerate doesn't work. Highland Blade is Rigwald's charge. Oh, I really wish it was the one-handed Rigwald sword. I mean, this isn't bad. Movement speed, attack speed, just straight up damage, and even more movement speed if you've killed recently. Certainly a fun weapon to use if you're in the level range where excuse me, where it makes sense to use that. Plated Greaves, a tier 8 unique map, okay. Mignon from this guy. Fucking garbage, dude. Lightning Mirage is another really dumb affix that the game would only be better if that was removed. Now, is this good? One socket and +5 to socketed gems. The darker the eye, the more diligent the watched. Okay. Stormcharger, like lightning, the Ezomite cavalry would never need strike twice, and I've already seen that. Oba's Curse Grove. Area becomes fatal after quote-unquote some time. Whatever the fuck that means. Easy, easy. Get wrecked, nerds. Alright, I think we're done. And we have once again, with much blood, sweat, and tears, gone up to 10% of an experience bar. There's a few more things that we can do in this map. We might find like an extra rogue exile or something in these fuck off. In these areas. But I guess we did. You know what? Hit that. Hit that, and I think we're gonna call it good. Okay, so what was the upshot of this episode? We started out with me ranting about action RPGs, and I didn't really offer up a solution on how you as a player can solve the problem of this like power creep, immersion breaking rut that ARPGs often fall into. But I think the ultimate lesson has to be like the way to get the most enjoyment out of the game. The amount of enjoyment that you get out of the game is gonna be inversely proportional to how committed you are to following the meta. Because invariably, the meta is gonna require you to do shit that is just goofy AF. Just incredibly goofy, and the goofier it gets, the harder it's gonna be to have any sort of an emotional engagement with what's actually happening in the game. Yeah, I already have those. Excuse me. 419, 447. Well, this... It's not unambiguously better, but I'm gonna throw that one in. And I'm gonna keep this one as a potential usable item, if I have any space for it. You know what? Hang on. Let me put that there. Let me go to the Rogue Harbor. And who can I give this to? Gianna or Niles? So I've been holding on to that for I think way too long. It's just been taking up space. Oh, I haven't unlocked them yet. That's why. That's why I'm holding on to it. Right. Right. Okay, so hang on. Let me... listen, I'm never gonna use this. What was socketed inside? It was Double Strike with sadism support and chance to poison. We're never using this ever again on this character, so let me just drop that in there. I'm just gonna sell this. Can I hang on a second?
What have you got for me?
Level 80. I mean, that's pretty high levels on those gems. So I'll keep those. Alright, let me drop these in. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to socket them. I just want to move them. I just want to move it. I want to move it. Excuse me? Jeez, let me just move it. Okay. So outside of all of my ranting, what was actually accomplished in this episode? It was, well, I guess let me finish that thought. The best way to play an action RPG in a way where you make lasting good memories is, for as long as you possibly can, ignore the meta, right? That will just kill your enjoyment of the game. You will sink hundreds of hours, and then at the end of it, you will have no good answer for why you spent all of that time, because none of it will leave any sort of emotional impression. You'll have an existential crisis at the many hours that you wasted on something that, at the end of it all,
What have you got
didn't even move the needle in terms of giving you a meaningful experience, right? That's gonna be my little bit of advice. It may not work for everybody, but a lot of people get super burned out playing action RPGs, and I think it's because of how goofy the meta gets over time. It gives you no, like, it has no emotional resonance. It sucks in your time, and over time the goofiness crushes your soul. So the longer you can avoid it, the better. I'm gonna avoid it as long as I possibly can in this playthrough, and I think that kind of an approach might work for a lot of the other action RPGs that you guys might be playing as well. Anyway, that's gonna be all for this one. Next episode, I think I'm going to try to do some gear shuffling. We'll see. Oh, I forgot to do my gambling. You know what? I'll do that next episode. Anyway, that's gonna be all for this one. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hope you'll join me next week for more Exile. And until then, take care.